Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to stick with the turkey theme. I have my two Henry single shots. Both are break open. One's a 410 and this one here is a 12 gauge. And this one's rough, man. I call it the collarbone breaker. But so today I'm going to shoot Winchester Double X and Federal TSS, one shot of each out of both, and compare them, see how they do. I have a target already set up down on the range, so I'm going to get my safety gear on and then we'll get to shooting. All right, I'm going to start with the 410 first, warm up the old shoulder here, and first one I'll shoot the Double X 7.5. These both have the factory chokes in them, and I don't have red dots. I do have a red dot that I had on the 12 gauge that I took off, and I'm going to put on this one here. All right, here we go, 410 with the Winchester Double X. See how it does. Let's go check it out. I ran out of splatter targets. Well, I didn't run out. I have two left. So I'll use those on the TSS. So there's the Double X out of the 410. Looks like my shot was low. And this patterning board is about 27 or 28 yards. And I believe that turkey would have been flying away with the 410 Winchester Double X. So I'm going to hang up a target. We'll try the TSS. All right, got another target up. I got a splatter target on for the TSS. And I just realized I grabbed the wrong TSS. I have 7-shot. I wanted to use the 9-shot. But we'll see how the 7-shots do. There we go. Oh, better get my glasses on. All right, I'm ready now. TSS. Let's go check it out. Hopefully the TSS did better than the Double X. Otherwise I might have to think about getting a choke on here, or a different kind of choke. Looks like I'm way to the right. You can see a bunch of pellets in the rubber backing there. So it looks like the pattern actually isn't too bad. I'm just way to the right. I think once I'll get the red dot on, I'll definitely be right in the center there, but I'm not going to mess around with the factory sights. All right, let's go on to the 12 gauge. All right, you can see I put the sissy pad on because this thing will dislocate your shoulder. First up, Winchester Double X. These are number 5s. Hold on. Oh boy. Oh man. See what I mean? Whew. Let's go see how we did. This is why you hunt with a 12 gauge instead of a 410. That pattern is good, but up and to the right a little bit. That's a Double X on the 12 gauge. All right. Time for the TSS. All right, here we go with the TSS. I think I mentioned in my last video, that was my second to last 12 gauge TSS shell. And this is my last TSS 12 gauge one shell. So I'll probably won't buy any more 12 gauge TSS. I think I bought a box just to try them out, but I usually stick with the Winchester XR. But let's see how this one compares to the Double X out of the Henry 12 gauge. And I'm assuming this TSS is going to kick a little bit more than the Double X. So hold on. Here it goes. I can see the pattern from here. That turkey's destroyed. All right, let's check it out, then we'll do a comparison. Yikes. That turkey is vapor. Man, the TSS is impressive. Holy heck. 12 gauge TSS from about 27, 28 yards. Maybe I will buy some more. All right, I got all 4 targets here set up side by side. Let's take a look. I mean, obviously the 12 gauge is going to have better, well, more pellets and better patterns at further distances. But again, 27, 28 yards. Oh, the 410 Double X at that range with the stock choke, probably a definite no. I mean, the pattern was to the right a little bit, but way too scattered to be using at that distance. And then the 410 TSS number 7, and that's my bad for shot way off to the right. That sight on that factory sight probably needs adjusted, but like I said, I'm going to put a red dot on that one, so I'm not going to mess with the factory sight. But I think this pattern would have been decent, and definitely at that range, probably out to 30 yards. That would be great. All right, there's the 12 gauge Double X. Pattern was up to the right a little bit. These are easier to see when you flip them over. Pretty decent pattern, lots of shells on the paper there, or lots of BBs on the paper. But Double X compared to Longbeard XR, there isn't much of a price difference. And the Longbeard XRs patterns are way better. And here is the 12 gauge TSS. I mean, that's pretty incredible at that distance. And you probably heard me mention this before if you watched my other video, but I'm usually like a 30-yard and in turkey hunter. I guess if I saw one at 40, I'd probably fling one. Sorry, I'm using archery. I'm an archery hunter, so I wouldn't fling one. I'd probably take a 40-yard shot with the TSS. But that pattern's great. I actually compensated a little bit because I knew this pattern here was up to the right a little bit, up and to the right, so I kind of aimed a smidge low and to the left, and it's right in the center. But great pattern there. So that's going to do it for the Henry single shot turkey gun shoot off. The 410 versus the 12 gauge collarbone breaker. That sucker definitely kicks. But I have several Henry guns, and the fit and finish on all of them, it's pretty impeccable. They're just beautiful guns, and both of these are actually wood stocks, which gives them some nice weight. So yeah, I'll probably, Pennsylvania, we have 2 spring turkey tags. So I'll probably use my Mossberg 940 And if I get one with that, then I'll head out with probably the Henry 410 here. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little shoot off, and I will see you on the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe.